全ては動き出した。もう誰も止めることはできない。
Alright, so had a little bit of technical difficulties. I don't know how my settings got adjusted, but I've been running into weird little things lately. So let's step on the mats. Let's get situated. Tie our belts. Alright, so we did some jiu-jitsu about last week. We went over a triangle from the back, and we did a transition to a back take. So we ended up with a, well, let's do the technique. Rather than explain it, let's get this guy working right. Alright, so last week, what we did was we went from a side control position, controlling the arm, getting it under, trapping it with your head, right? So you're gonna trap, you're gonna transition, and then right after that, we flatten out for the arm triangle, okay? So that was last week's first technique. And then if they do turn away aggressively, what we did was transition to a back take. So we slide the knee up, sat down, took the back control, right? So if you remember the little details from last time, you just need to control. Watch your feet, okay? So bring down the arm, bring it across, triangle from the back. And if you feel a little confident with this or a little flashy, pull the leg and submit, just the same. So that was last week's technique. Yeah. All right. So again, the techniques today, we're gonna start with a warm-up. We're gonna go into, I'm thinking about doing a refresher since it's been a while, and that counts as one whole technique. So let's do that transition, and I'll walk through it again. And I was thinking about changing up the class curriculum differently, so that instead of going through two techniques, which I believe might be a little too much for some people, but going one technique, you guys might be able to understand it a little better. At least you'll be able to work one technique, and it'll give you time to focus on just that particular one instead of having two to test out and not be proficient with it. I mean, even the technique, one technique, doing it a couple of reps will never get you proficient with it. It'll get you familiar with it. So the first time you learn it, you're gonna see it, then you're gonna try it, then you're gonna try to put it into practice. So once you put it into practice, you start understanding it a lot more. So if you get the technique, practice it. If you have a training dummy or a training partner, just drill it over and over. Preferably a training partner, because they give better feedback, and you have a buddy to train with. If you have a training dummy and no training partners, that works as well too. Your training dummy is gonna be less talkative, so I mean, you know when the submission will happen, and of course you go 100% on them because it's a training dummy. But if you have a training partner, be nice, because they're your training partner and it's hard to come by. So if I had a training partner to do these technique videos with, that would be better. I wouldn't want to injure them. So if you injure them, you lose a partner, and you better go find yourself a training dummy if you can't control yourself, all right? So let's start it off. Let's sit you back here. Let her watch while we warm up. All right, so we're gonna start it off. Get everything situated. So we're gonna warm up with some lunges, all right? Hands in your collars. And remember, posture up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really get much exercise. 6, other than Jiu Jitsu. 7, and I've been working quite often. 9, 10. So I'm gonna try to do training anywhere I can. Which, teaching on Twitch, Mixer, counts. Still strengthening myself mentally and still doing Jiu Jitsu. I don't know what number that was. I'm gonna call it 20. Let's move the mat in a bit. Hope it doesn't fall again. Let's get you right here. Alright, so we're gonna go into squats. Hands on your collars. Squats. Keep your back straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my legs doing all the work, not my back. 7. If I'm doing this, that's not a squat. Right? Doing this. 8, 9, 10. If you have trouble keeping your back straight, look up. He'll keep your back straight. All right, arm circles forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross the body. So I was playing Tek-can't earlier and started understanding a little bit of things with myself. Started using less rage art punish. So I'm slowly taking that away. I still do it every once in a while as a get up, and I get punished for it every time. But I mean, even when I know, it's just a natural reaction where, like, crap, there, it's a free hit, and then I always either whiff it because they duck, or when I go for it and they block it, I think they punish off of that. No, it pushes back pretty well. But usually people just duck it. Either that or stay out of range and punish big time. So slowly starting to get rid of that. Adding it with the hell sweeps and the back 2, 1. Then throwing in the rage art seems to be working pretty well. I gotta look up how to do more damage that way. All right, so let's do leg circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go into some stretches. You should be a little bit warm. So, left hand, small of your back, right? Right hand, pull your head opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it off a bit. Let's do it again. My neck has been bothering me, so I'm gonna be a little bit greedy with the stretches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, small your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over. So you're gonna bring your arm right behind your back. With the other hand, you're gonna reach right over and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Reach over. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's go into stretching the lower half, like the butterfly. Butterfly, your feet together, pull, and use your elbows pushing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's add another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you need to stretch more, there's no such thing as stretching too much. Overstretching, yes, but stretching too much, keeping your body warm and loose and limber, it's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Let's go into a stretch we haven't done in a while called the peacock stretch. Alright, peacock stretch. So look at the bottom screen. What you're gonna do is you're gonna spread your feet out a little bit. You're gonna lean towards one side. The side you're leaning towards, try to keep it flat footed. The other side, you're gonna go to your heel. Alright, if you need to bring your foot out a little bit more, go for it. I recommend it. So you're gonna lean, keeping your feet flat. So if you see on the bottom screen, heel, flat foot. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you need to, use your hands, push yourself to the other side and do the opposite side. If you don't need your hands, just other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's scoot over here so you can see a lot better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to lean towards the outstretched leg. Give more of a stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, lean out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now, if you can, we're gonna go alternating, alright? So we're trying to work this slowly. You're not gonna be able to do it back and forth as fast, but in the beginning, you can use your hands, and we're gonna alternate. Boom. Again. Boom. You can do it without your hands, do it. Alright, so we're gonna do, let's do 20. Well, 10 total. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So one last stretch. open up the hips. This one will open it a lot. You're gonna widen your legs. Point your toes outwards. So if you see my toes, look on the middle screen. It's gonna be pointed outwards, not back, outwards, both toes. All right, you're gonna bring your elbows in to your thighs, and where your elbow plant inside your thighs, you're gonna push your butt towards your heels. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So, should open you up a bit, keeping you a little bit loose and limber for today's technique. So again, right now, I want to keep it down to just one technique so you guys are able to retain a lot better. And treat this as a classroom setting. So I'm just gonna go with a warm-up, get you guys loose and limber. I don't want you guys trying anything when your body's not warm. Get some water. I have, if you want to see here, I have a little AC box, well, a little swamp cooler, keeping me cool. So if you have AC, use your AC. You have a swamp cooler, use it. But in a room with lights, for me, it gets a little warm, so this thing helps out a lot. So if you hear a little buzzing or a fan, that's from the swamp cooler. And it's gonna keep me, well, cool. Alright, so let's grab a drink of water. I'm gonna grab mine. It's a little bit of BCAA. Wow, back on that. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a few minutes. Get situated, get some water. I'm just gonna talk about what my plans are as in teaching, and what it is that, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to break it down a little bit more. Each technique, I've thrown 2 techniques the past couple of lessons. What is this, lesson number 7? And I believe that it might be a little bit too much information, and I feel that it might be better if we just do a technique of the day. So if we do a technique of the day after I train, of course, I train on Tek-can't also. You guys could train Jiu Jitsu and do your technique of the day, which is a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu technique. And hopefully this catches on where everybody's able to learn this self-defense techniques. As of recently, there has been a lot of social media where kids are being bullied, and the ones that are actually defending themselves are starting to see a lot of jiu-jitsu being thrown in there. So hopefully some of these techniques will look familiar. If not, hopefully it opens your eyes to the options out there in jiu-jitsu. And of course, I promote anti-bullying and self-defense. So if you ever run into a situation where you're required to use these techniques, hopefully whatever I taught or what you've learned will help you. All right. So let's move on. So we've got warmed up. Get a little training dummy right here, all geeked out and prepped with the white belt. I'll probably rank her up sooner or later. It's gonna take time, but as for now, I'm gonna use her as my training dummy to show you guys how to do the technique. Okay? So I want to go over last week's technique, which was the head and arm. Just gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna drill that technique and end the class with that. All right? So we're breaking last week's technique and just down to one technique. Okay? Any questions, any issues, I want you guys to let me know and I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. Alright? So let's start. Side control 1. You hug the neck. Hug the arm. Okay? You're gonna hug the far side arm and the close side neck. Side control. Maintain control. Alright? So you want the arm on the top side shoulder, the shoulder that's closest to their head. Okay? So if it's on this side, that's not the right technique. Wrong. The right technique at the wrong time, it's not gonna apply. Okay? There's always a technique for different positions. This technique doesn't work when the arm's here. You can set it up to get the arm over somehow. But as for now, we're just gonna keep it on one side, alright? Which is the shoulder closest to their head. So what I like to do, I like to cross face. I'll hug the head and I'll drive my shoulder in. If the arm's here, to make them bring the arm and push you south. That's what you want. Alright, so I'll make them feel uncomfortable where they have to bring their hands, their elbows involved to push you away so that you don't crush their face. So you just want to make them uncomfortable just so you get them in position where you want them to be. Okay? Side control 1. Oh, it's on the far side. I'll shoulder pressure just so they can bring their arm and try to push you south. When they do, you want to support it and keep it there. As soon as the arm goes around, I push it and then I use my head to block it from coming back. So now if you pay attention closely, the arm is right on their face, okay? Boom. So I'll take my head, block the tricep, and keep it there. Right here you can squeeze too, but it's not gonna do any good, there's too much space. You wanna submit, okay? So to submit, after you get the arm here, trap it. I use my head, I look away, and I just keep it there. I know the arm's there. I don't need to look at it to do anything. I know it's there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk my right thigh up a little higher, and I'm gonna bring my knee across the belt line. Okay? If you bring it too low, they could catch your feet and you're stuck here. And that'll kill your submission and you'd have to transition into something else. So, stay away from the feet. My tip is to stay above the belt line, or at least very close to it, but nowhere below the hips. If you do, you're gonna get caught in a half guard, which means they're halfway to escape. Okay? So, push the arm, block it with your head. Bring the knee closer to their head as high as possible. Slide your knee across the body. Got it? As soon as you slide it across, what I like to do is I like to windshield wiper this off by sliding it really high and taking it off, but replacing it with the other foot. Okay? So you want to see the transition? I'm going to go here, slide it, bring the other foot across, and that's how I'm going to transition to the other side. Okay? So again, go up high, knee, switch, and you're on the other side now. Alright, so back to the submission. Boom. Trap, hug, knee, switch. Now you're going to drop right next to them, not on top of them, right next to them. So after you're laying in bed right next to them, and then this side, palm up, palm down, you're going to squeeze everything together for the finish. Alright? So let's look at my partner right here. When you squeeze, the squeeze is going to be the arm across the face, and it's squeezing that whole unit into a submission. Alright? So, when he's on the floor, or she's on the floor, boom, it's this whole squeeze. Right? So what it looks like, boom. So let's transition again. Side control 1. Your arms here, fine. Squeeze them, let them bring it down, push it across. Trap, knee up, shin under belly. Slide, switch. Lay right next to them, squeeze. Alright, you don't want to look at them while you're squeezing. Their head's away, and you squeeze the whole unit for the finish. So you're squeezing inwards. Squeeze inwards. Alright? Let's go again. Side control 1. Watch the arm, stay low, make them uncomfortable, get it over there, trap it, keep it there. If you need to, use your hand, tighten it up. Boom. Slide your knee, switch, rock. Flatten yourself, belly down on the floor. Squeeze. Questions? Issues? Alright, so I'm going to do that a couple more times. I'll walk you through each step. I'll do it alongside with you. And then I'm just going to move and drill. Alright, so this is for me, for you, but it's also for me so that I can drill the technique and refine it just as well. Alright, boom. Side control 1. Arm, top side, trap it. Bring your top knee as high as possible. So you bring your knee across their belly. Switch. Lay down right next to them. Low. Squeeze. Side control 1. Arm on the opposite side. Make sure when you hug, don't keep your elbow away from their neck. Bring the whole unit where the bend of your neck arm is connected right on their artery. Alright? There should be no space between your arm and your neck. Boom. Again, if you have a training partner, 10% or less pressure of squeezing, intensity. If you go any higher than that, you risk hurting them and you don't want to hurt your partner. Just do a light squeeze. Sometimes you don't even have to squeeze and they'll tap. That's how you know your choke is accurate. Alright? So accuracy is the game, not intensity and not speed. Okay? So trap, knee, switch, drop, squeeze. Again. Side control 1. Trap. Get everything tight. Your arm, elbows too far, just tighten it up. Bring your knee up. Across the belly. Switch. Flatten out. Squeeze. Side control. Tighten. Trap. Knee. Across the belly. Drop it as you switch the other knee over. Or your shin. Flatten out. Squeeze. You notice I'm barely looking in the direction just because I know where all the limbs are and the head is and the neck is. I can feel it. I don't need to look at it. I know it's there and I know it's tight. Switch. Lower it down. Finish. Move. Arm north. Keep it there. Trap. Switch. Arm north. Keep the hug tight. Knee up high. Knee under stomach. Slide it down as you switch. Flatten yourself out. Finish. Side control, arm control. Boom. again, well, probably my first time mentioning it. This is also a no-gi technique. You notice I'm not grabbing any gi, so it works just the same. So in self-defense, this will work perfectly in a street fight, alright? So if you get caught in a situation, finish it just the same way. Keep it tight. Keep repping it. You need the steps. You need to walk you through the steps, just let me know. I'll walk you through each one. I'm just gonna keep moving, adding drills and repetition to me bettering this technique for myself. Alright? So, pretty good amount of reps, right? Hopefully you're able to use some of it. Hopefully with more repetition, you'll feel where the squeeze is, you pull, and you just hug. A lot of the submissions are mainly just hugging. You don't need to flex and pull everything in or just waste your energy trying to squeeze as hard as possible. You can squeeze as hard, but look at the gaps. The gaps are still open. There's no point. But if you relax your arms and squeeze and pull everything in, that's more efficient than going ballistic with zero choke effort. You're just gonna tire yourself out. I mean, there's no point in that, right? So, hopefully you're able to understand this technique. If you have any questions, let me know. I answered or asked some of the few of the questions in the past lesson, but I'll ask them again just so you're able to refine this technique, and hopefully if you run into it, that this clears it up a lot more for you. Alright, so one question. When I'm hugging the neck, right? So look at it from the top view so you can see it a lot better. When I hug the neck, I'm gonna hug and not keep my elbow far away. There's too many gaps here. I'm gonna deepen it so that when I deepen it, my shoulder creates better contact with the face, right? So if this grappling dummy has a chin, I'll use my shoulder to push the chin away. So the concept behind that is if they look towards you, that means they can turn towards you. And that's part of an escape. If you push the neck away or the face away, mechanically our body will not allow us to turn our feet or our body away from our neck. Okay, so if your neck's faced this way and you're turning your body that way, you're basically doing a James Bond neck snap on yourself. So this keeps them facing away. Alright? So you don't want them to face you to escape, you keep them faced away so that when they do try to escape, they can turn away, but that gives you options to get on top easier, take the back if you have the space if they turn away. So for you, if you're in this position, turning away is only a setup for another submission. So you gotta find other ways, and there are other ways. So in the next few techniques, just stay tuned and I'll show you the technical way of escaping, alright? But as for today, hug the neck, drive your shoulder, make him bring his arm down to try to push you south. When he does, push it across further than he or she wanted to bring it, and trap right behind the tricep. Tricep, right here. Your head, so right here, below the elbow or above the elbow. If you're at the elbow, you're crushing your own face against their elbow. You wouldn't like that. Put it on the meaty part. Meaty part, so that they can't get their arm back. Alright? So deep hug. Bring your knee up right here. That's another question. The reason why my knee is up higher on this side is so that my other knee could go higher across their body. Alright? If my knee is lower, I feel off balance here, and my knee on the bottom, instead of going across the abdomen, it will go across the feet, and I could get caught in a half guard or part of an escape. So what I want to do is bring this knee up high. Now I'm climbing high, where the feet aren't included in the equation. All right, trap, then drop the knee, slide it high. Other foot goes over, same path, so that doesn't get caught. Lay yourself flat. Alright, don't lay yourself here on top of them. That's another question. If you lay yourself on top of them, it's not the same. You want to bring yourself away. The bottom arm, bottom hand. Another question. Instead of palm, you're not doing palm down. To create a better seal, you do palm up. And you grasp, no thumbs. Gable grip. No thumbs. Boom. So you lay flat on the mat and you squeeze. Squeeze for the finish. Alright? If you squeeze and they're not tapping, don't squeeze harder. That's going to just tire you out. Just give it a few more seconds and hold. It takes a while for some people, but no more than 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Alright, keep it 4 just to be safe. Keep it 4, they know when they're going to get choked and they'll tap. Alright? If you're here and they still haven't tapped, you're just going to waste energy on a choke and a submission that isn't there. So let's do both you guys a favor of not injuring your partner and not wasting your energy during the roll by just releasing. Just release it. Get back on top. Get a different control. Something. Do something more efficient than wasting your energy from overcranking or risk hurting your partner. Alright? So a lot of people, if they get hurt, they're not going to train with you anymore. That's your fault, not theirs. And plus, you don't want to deal with the hospital bills and all that. Alright, so I would probably transition into a scarf hold, which I tuck this arm in, control the head, and add pressure. So in self-defense, this is a pretty strong control. Okay? Alright? So, if there's no questions, no issues, hopefully I explained every little detail for you guys to understand. And hope to see you next time for the next technique of the day. Alright? So let's grab our belts, tidy ourselves up. Man, where are the fixed mats ready to fall again? Alright. Sides. What's
Sama, 何者じゃ。
我は剣を清めし者なり。全ては動き出した。もう誰も止めることはできない。
Welcome to the King of Jin Kazama, Kazuya Mishima. Get ready for the next battle.
Oh!